everybody, I'm Starla.
I'm Mik.
And we are
Our Family Plays Games. Yeah.
And we are back.
Yeah, we're here. We are here.
We try to come every week, don't we?
we back. We come flying in.
Every
coming
week.
in. Yeah.
This week we have a very interesting guest.
It's a big guest in the board game world, but he's talking about some good stuff.
Yes, he
talking
is.
About some good stuff.
And if you don't know him, I'm sure most of you do. We're going to be talking with Isaac Childres of the Gloomhaven.
Tell the man's game, his game company.
I'm sorry. He's with Cephalofair Games.
Of the great Gloomhaven and Frosthaven. The great Gloomhaven and Frosthaven fame. And also the Jaws of the Lion. Also that. Yes. Love it all. Yes.
All right, we had a fun time talking with Isaac,
did.
and we can't wait to share that interview with you.
Yes.
But first, here's a word from our sponsor.
KTBG, let's go, y'all.
Kids Table Board Gaming, making casual games for the serious gamers and serious games for the casual gamers. Publisher of Fossilis, Wreck Raiders, Haunt the House, their upcoming game Creature Comforts, and many, many more. Visit kidstablebg.com to see a complete catalog.
Yeah.
KTBG.
Yeah. You know, it was really cool. I think a couple of days ago, it's a wife and husband team. It's Derek Funkhauser. A lot of people know him and his wife Lizzie. Mm-hmm. And Derek, he was overseas. He's in the military. Thank you for your service, Derek. Mm-hmm. He's back now, and they did like a little stream, and they asked, "What do you want us to play or whatever?" On their stream that night. Everybody said they wanted to see Fossilis played, and they played Fossilis. They got the rules kind of wrong a little bit, but hey, that happens. But it was really cool to see them play, and I got on and was talking to everybody. It was a really fun time, but it was cool to see Fossilis play. And I was saying that we got to play it. Yes. We got to play it with the new expansions that we got. So yes, we got to do it. So yeah, it was cool to see Derek and Lizzie playing. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, Fossilis, they were doing it. They were doing it. Yeah. Fossilis. Yeah.
So now it's time for the weight loss journey.
Yes. But it was good news.
Yeah, we're doing well. We're just going slow. But again, I say a down is a down. Yeah. So this week when we went to the WW Studios, we always get that question, how was your week?
We don't know, because you got to tell us.
and we always give the same answer.
Yeah.
We'll know when we get on the scale how good our week was. Because I wasn't very confident,
because we had a good little weekend.
We had a good weekend, but all in all, it all panned out. Yeah. I lost 0.8.
And I lost 0.2.
Hey, down is down.
Hey, down is down.
So
down is down, and Linda at WW said we're doing a good job.
We're doing a good job. We're steady.
We're steady. We're going
down.
Yeah.
And we keep telling her that once the summer weather really hits,
woo,
we're gonna start, stepping up our game as far as exercising.
Because right now we hit like a bump.
Yeah.
Because it's cold.
It's cold. It was cold today.
Yeah. I don't know, we hit a little bump.
The weather's got to get better. I mean, it's beautiful. Nebraska, it'll fool you.
Yes.
You look outside, it's beautiful, it's sunny, and you open the door, and it's 50 degrees.
Like what?
It's like, what the?
Like it's going to snow tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like it's going to snow.
So when the weather gets better, we're going to step up our game.
Yes.
We got goals to reach.
Yes,
we're getting close to our 1 year, and I want to reach that goal in 1 year.
Yes. Yeah. We got goals to do.
Doable.
And we want to get a little bit smaller.
Yes.
Yes, we want to do that. Yes.
So now, what's going on in the board game?
Woo! That's me now. That's me. That's me. All right, so I got just a couple of things because I know y'all want to get on to see what Isaac said. I know that's where y'all want to get to, but just a few little things from me, y'all. Family, just bear with me. All right, now the first thing. Okay. We saw that movie on Netflix, Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
We kind of liked it.
But we didn't finish it.
I know, it was hard to watch. We just
because we're not zombie people.
No, we're not really zombie people. And it was just a big heist.
Yeah.
The thing is that, Las Vegas turns into like a zombie capital of America. Bunch of zombies there, and they locked them in. The government locked them into Las Vegas.
Barrier,
and they're gonna nuke it. They're gonna nuke Las Vegas. But this one guy wants some people to go in to get money out of one of the casinos. So they get this little band. They go running there to
don't give away the whole movie.
That's true. I know, but it's a heist movie. It's a heist. It's a heist movie, y'all. So the thing is that you say, Mick, why are you talking about this? What's going on? Well, Simon, the game company, is in partnership with Netflix. And what they're gonna do, they have a very popular series called Zombicide, which is basically a zombie killing game. And all the Zombicide games are just zombie killing games. Well, they have partnered with Netflix to bring Army of the Dead as a Zombicide game, where you become that group that goes in to do a heist in Las Vegas.
Oh, and you have to fight zombies.
You gotta fight zombies to get to the casino and do that thing.
They've already got a Zombicide series. I guess they're the perfect people to partner.
Yeah, but I never really got Zombicide because this is a zombie killing game. I haven't been into that. But if you like it, family, there you go. If you like Zombicide, a lot of people like Zombicide.
I mean, they're popular. Hollywood keeps
but a lot of people like
movies.
But a lot of people like Zombicide. So go for it. All right. So the next one, Eric Lang.
Okay.
Big time designer.
Yeah.
Now he was with Simon, but he left in like September 2020. He was there, but he left in 2020, and then in March 2021, he said that he was going to do more like family games.
Okay.
He's going to do family games. Well, lo and behold, with Spin Master, he is going to do a game that's going to come out in August 1st, 2020 called Disney Sidekicks.
2021.
Excuse me. August 1st, 2021.
2021.
Yes. But it's called Disney Sidekicks. And it's coming exclusively to Target stores. And what it's about is that you're basically, the villains, the Disney villains, captured the Disney hero. And then you are a sidekick, and now you got to go save your hero.
Oh, so you're like a minion?
No, you're not a minion. Oh. You're the sidekick who becomes now you big and hero. So you got to save the guy that you used to be the sidekick for.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of like a reverse. Castle Panic, where in Castle Panic, you're in the castle and you're trying to keep, monsters and stuff from attacking your castle.
Oh.
In this one, you're going to be trying to get into the castle while they're trying to keep you out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I can't wait to see it. It sounds interesting.
Well, oh no, it's co-op.
Oh.
It's co-op.
I'll see it from afar.
It's co-op. So
I'll see it from afar.
So that's what he's doing that. So okay. So it's Disney stuff. So if you like, Disney villainous, which a lot of people do, hey, here go another Disney game for you. Yeah. And it's gonna be in Target. It's gonna be in Target. Now, last thing, which is pretty cool, well, if you got the money. Cosmos and Catan Studios are partnering together to bring out a 3D edition of Catan called Catan 3D Edition. And it's going to be out in North America in August 2021 or in Europe the second half of 2021. Now what it is that it's like a super blinged out version of Catan. The 3D part comes where all the tiles are like, miniature models of the land and stuff like that. I mean, really cool and really nice. It is really nice.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, I want to check it out. But, it's going to be all the houses and everything going to be real nice. I mean, it's super blinged out. Super. Yes. Because it came out for the 10th anniversary before in 2005, and it was just limited edition, but now they're going to do it again.
Oh,
now, the price, family, the price is $300.
Ooh, let me clutch my pearls.
You clutching them?
Ooh, $300.
Why are you clutching? You clutching?
That's pricey.
Yeah, it's pricey. It's pricey. It's pricey.
But
it's pricey. You clutching pearls and stuff. What's up? You gotta clutch pearls.
But I'm just saying, if it really is beautiful,
it is.
To have it in your collection,
Now the one back on the 10th edition, I was reading that it did come along with a expansion in it. I don't know if this one's gonna have an expansion with it too, but we'll have to see what's
for
up.
For the collector.
Yeah, for the collector. Now I don't know about $300 though.
But I mean, this is such a unique game. I mean, it's unique.
Yeah, it is.
You may want to have that.
But you see, but for other games that I may pay that money for, I'm getting a lot of content. You know, like we're about to start talking about, Gloomhaven and Frosthaven stuff like that. I'm getting a ton of content.
But you get content off of that because you get a chance to show the game.
That's true.
I would love to see it done like that.
Yeah, I would too. So yeah, so there you go, and that's coming out, later on this year, so we can see Catan 3D edition. There you go. So that's all I got.
That's it for the news.
That's all I got for the news. Yeah.
Well, now we are going into the heart of our episode.
Yes, we are.
We're going to get ready to show you our interview with Isaac Childres.
Yes.
So as soon as we come back, we'll have Isaac.
But I do want to say that it's a very good conversation. Because we had it's been a lot of stuff going on with the update he had about Frosthaven and bringing in a cultural consultant and a whole lot of other stuff. So we're gonna really talk about diversity and inclusion in the hobby, for his game, for his company, the whole meal deal. You know how we do a family, you know it. So we're gonna hear that and see what's going on. So here we go.
Okay, we are back.
Yes.
And we are here with the incomparable Isaac Childres.
The man, the legend, right there. I love this man. All the fun hours he's given me.
And all of the peace and quiet he's given me.
Yes. Yes.
So Isaac, we're just so happy to have you on the show today. And for people who may not know you.
Who is that? Who is that?
Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I mean, apparently I'm a legend, so yeah, I guess people already know. But just in case they don't, it's strange to be called a legend, but I'll take it, I guess. So Isaac Childres. I am the owner of Cephalofair Games, which publishes most notably Gloomhaven and also the upcoming Frosthaven. I'm also the lead designer on both those games, as well as some other games like Forge War and Founders of Gloomhaven.
Well,
yes.
I know that.
Who don't know him? They know him. They know this man. They know #1 game on BGG. They know this man.
We have to make sure that everybody knows because we talk to a lot of people who are new to the hobby.
Yes, that's true.
Because we focus on gateway type games and family games.
That's true.
So some people may not, because Gloomhaven is not a gateway game.
No, it's not.
So we want to make sure.
But Jaws of the Lion is. Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. You can get it in retail stores, y'all. But it's there.
Well, I just want people to know, just exactly who he is. But we just want to talk a little bit about what's going on in your world.
No. First, I got one question. Right. I got one question. Isaac.
Yes.
Where did you come up with that name for your company? And I know on your website you say, "Don't bother me." I'm bothering you. Where you get that name from?
It's just one of those words that I've used, throughout my adult life, I guess, as just, for like a screen name or, an ID like on Board Game Geek and whatnot. It was kind of something I half made up. I half thought it was a real word, but then it turned out to not be a real word, but I just kept using it anyway. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just, I don't know. It's just a name that is unique, which I think is somewhat valuable in this industry.
Cephalofair. You made it unique. You made it valuable. Definitely. So go ahead. First question.
Well,
I just have to ask that.
Now the second question.
Oh, okay. Second question.
Did the first question.
All right, second question.
Well, actually, the third, because I asked him to tell people something.
Anyway, That's right.
Third question.
All right. Third question.
So let's talk about Frosthaven.
Yes.
And the update that came out that everybody's been chatting online about and talking about.
Update 80.
Update 80. So give us a little rundown on what's going on with that.
Yeah, that's become a bit of a legend in itself. Update 80. I think there's or I hope I'm not alone in this, but in the past year and a half, kind of like while we've been in this pandemic, sitting in our houses, just interacting with people online, and then the whole George Floyd incident, and just a lot of like social awareness has been just like propagating throughout the industry, throughout like the Twitter community, for instance. Like I spent a lot of time on Twitter, and yeah, I just started becoming like just a lot more aware of social issues and the importance of just catering to the largest audience possible, which includes all these people who I may have like harmed with my previous works, if that makes sense. I'm sorry.
No. Take your time.
Yeah. And so, I just, there's just been like this sort of creeping feeling that like, I made some mistakes with Gloomhaven. That's kind of what it came down to, I didn't treat sort of the racial dynamics of that game with the respect that it deserved. Because initially I thought like, it's a fantasy game. Like, who really cares? Like, I can just do whatever I want. And, it's a fantasy game. It's just a game. Like, it's not going to cause any problems. And yeah, so some more recently, I've sort of been doing a lot of research and reading on that stuff, and just realizing that, just because it's a fantasy game doesn't mean that, it's not going to cause harm to somebody by propagating racial stereotypes, and so it's something I wanted to fix. So obviously we're making Frosthaven, and so it seems like a good time to get things right. And so that's kind of what Ep 880 was about, is just about hiring a cultural consultant to sort of help us go through all the narrative of Frosthaven, and just make sure we're not perpetuating harmful stereotypes, just treating all the different species within the game with respect, and not showing them as like an evil thing that is just there to be fought and destroyed, but creating these cultures within the game that are more dynamic and represent how cultures exist in the real world. And so I think that's an important point as well, right? It's not just about making sure we're not harming anybody, but also strengthening the story of the game as well, like strengthening the narrative and the just the world building. And so that's what we've been doing with Frosthaven, and I plan on sort of moving forward with that and improving the lore that has been created by previous games as well, and going back and fixing that too.
Because I love the lore, I love the world, and one thing I didn't see a lot of representation of diversity and inclusion, but I'm so glad you're going back and do that. And it's gonna make, and for me, that's gonna make it stronger, because the one thing we always say, diversity and inclusion makes everything stronger. That's why we sit here, that's why we do what we do. So I'm really glad you did that. But so why did you come to the decision that you really did need a cultural consultant?
You mean like with Gloomhaven?
Yeah, with Frosthaven. Why did you think, let me get a cultural consultant?
Why I did need one. Sorry. Well, just I mean, even with the research I had done, I felt like I wasn't like fully equipped to tackle that just on my own. But also there was like a time element to it as well. I mean, like, maybe I could have like reread through all the narrative myself and done the best job I could. But like, we're a company that has resources. We can hire somebody to do that. And that saves me time. Also, they're a professional. They're going to be better at doing it. And so, it made perfect sense to hire somebody who's that was their job to come in and help us with this and do it for us. So
I like that idea, because I see that other board game companies are are jumping on that bandwagon because I'm not sure if you know, but Mick and I are diversity and inclusion consultants for Board and Dice. And I think companies, they want to make sure that everybody is represented properly, that people are heard. And I think that's the most progressive way to move forward in any arena, especially the board game hobby, because you want to make sure that you don't leave people out, because I always tell people that the board game doesn't care who plays it. They really don't. But the people who play it care if they're represented.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're going to take this, and you said, I think I got that, you're going to take this forward in all your other projects.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't see any reason, why we wouldn't hire a cultural consultant on all future projects as well. Like, it just, just like, you hire a graphic designer, you hire an editor. Exactly. Like, these are just things that should be done. That should be part of the process, I think.
Yeah, I think
anytime you're, crafting a narrative and, even if it is like a fantasy world, just any time that you're dealing with cultures, essentially, which is pretty much any game outside of like abstract games, probably. Like, you should, you should do your best to like present those cultures as well as possible.
I agree.
Yeah. Now, what are you doing to try to reach other markets, and not just the market that people that look like you, but markets that got people that look like me and Starla? How are you trying to, reach out to those markets?
I think it's just about, so like, obviously, like, I guess I would still fall back on the idea that like this is a fantasy world, right? And so, human representation in the game, I guess, has been a little looking like me, and we are trying to change that a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, like a large bulk of the game is like non-human species as well, and so, it is hard to like have that type of representation in other species. But yeah, I think the main thing is just again, like, just about treating cultures with care and respect, and I think people can come to that and not and not be hurt by or not be put off by these depictions of other species that might like hew a little close to their own cultural experience, but like in a negative way. For instance, like how there's a lot of parallels in like orcs in D&D, with the Black experience, and just a lot of these negative stereotypes being perpetuated about like these big dumb creatures who like aren't able to govern themselves, and that's just like these harmful stereotypes that that we just need to get away from because they're not helping anybody.
I totally agree with that.
Totally.
I think that what you're doing is on the forefront of change for the hobby, and I see other publishers and designers getting on that bandwagon, and I'm happy to see that change. That's one of the reasons why we're here. We want to help perpetuate that change
and push it and
help push it forward, because again, we always say humanity is a co-op. All of us work together. We want to be represented properly. It's not just one group that should be represented properly and everybody else be a stereotype. So I think it's really awesome that you and other publishers and designers are moving in that direction. That is just awesome.
Yes, it is. It is. Now I got a kind of, I want to ask.
Okay.
First we got one, but I got a little personal question. Now we see you guys in the board games. I love the board games. I have a comic. And then you have the PC game that I'm waiting for it to go through, the Steam, trying to, was that early access? I'm ready for it. Are we going to see the world on the screen, TV screen, maybe one day? Are we?
Well, I can't speak to that too much. I mean, we have been approached.
It's going to happen.
We have been approached by various people, and we're talking about it. Nothing is guaranteed or set in stone by a long shot, but there have been conversations.
Yeah, bring it on the screen. I want to see that world.
I mean, yeah, I would love to see that as well.
Yes, bring it.
He'll be first in line.
I will have tickets, whatever. Just bring it on. Yes. Yes.
So I would like to know, what do you think the future holds for Cephalofair, for Gloomhaven, the hobby? I know it's a loaded question, but just give us your opinion. So what do you think the future holds?
In terms of diversity and inclusion for the hobby, yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cephalofair Games is poised to just continue to do well in the hobby. Gloomhaven, being the #1 game, sort of like kind of one of the largest IPs in the board game industry as well. I think there's a lot of potential, like you said, to branch out into other markets, and just do some really cool things. And to, I guess, quote Spider-Man, right? Like, with that great power comes great responsibility, and I hope to do my best.
You are
to use that responsibility well, and just be an advocate for diversity and inclusion in games, and just be an advocate for making the hobby open to everyone, because I think that's vitally important.
Don't worry about the haters. You're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people that don't want change. Don't you worry about them. You keep doing your thing.
In the world we live in, if you do everything that they want you to do, there's still going to be somebody that says you didn't do enough. So
Sure.
True to you.
Yes.
And if you're doing what's true to you, and you know that it's helping the world be a better place, I say more power to you.
Yes. Now, also one other thing: if you need like an NPC family in your world, we okay. Just don't kill us. Just don't kill us off.
Sure. No.
What? I'm just asking you. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing out stuff.
So back to you. So Gloomhaven, Frosthaven. So you want to give us a scoop? Is there anything else you're working on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could, but there's really nothing else we're working on right now. Just trying to finish up.
But you did say that they didn't talk to you about people putting it on screen. That's a scoop. That's a little scoop. People talking to them.
But yeah, I mean, from here, once we are finished with Frosthaven, I would like to work on some other projects. On my blog, I've talked considerably about like this physics game that I'm working on. I'd like to return to that. Like, I haven't touched it in a few years now, just because I've been working on some other things.
Oh, that's cool.
And then who knows? Whatever strikes my fancy is probably what I'll work on.
Now, I got one more thing. Since you are so influential in this hobby, what can you tell other publishers to do what you do? Because a lot of them, I feel, are scared to do what you do. They're scared, to take that step.
And say, I'm going to do this.
Because if we really want, if publishers really wanted to change everything, they could. But I feel that they're kind of scared. So what could you tell them, saying, "Hey, don't be scared." To
encourage them.
Encourage them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what you said, like, everything you said about how there's always going to be people who don't want this sort of social change because they're comfortable where they are, and they're always going to fight back. But I think it's worth fighting for these things, and the more people that fight for them, the easier it is to make it happen. So don't be afraid, and in terms of realistic things you can do, hiring a cultural consultant is not it's not expensive, it's not time consuming. I mean, for something like Frosthaven, where we have over 100,000 words of narrative text, it is
yes, we know.
it is a big job, but also we have the resources. But you're just making a Euro game, set in some cultural, and you just want to make sure that culture is represented well. That's not going to cost you a lot of money to hire a cultural consultant and make sure that it happens, giving that culture respect. So yeah, there's really no reason not to do it, I don't think.
Well, I like that you said it doesn't cost a lot of money. So really, all it costs is you getting out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
And realize
Yeah, exactly.
other cultures and other races want to be as respected and represented as the one that you're in.
Yeah. That so that first conversation I had with Mendez, the cultural consultant, it was a little awkward, because you're sitting down and like, okay, so I might have done some racist things in the past, and I'd like you to help me fix them. And it's kind of an awkward conversation.
Yeah.
You just gotta sit down and do it. And he's very understanding. And all he wants to do is help. Like all the cultural consultant wants to do is to make your game better.
Yes.
So there's no reason to be afraid, and just sit down and have that conversation.
I think it is so admirable of you to admit your faults, to admit the mistakes you made, and want to change them, and then actively changing them. I think everybody should be able to do that.
Yes, that is so cool.
I think it's awesome. Cool. And I just want to say thank you so much for being on our show today, Isaac. Thank you for being open and honest, and just speaking your mind and your heart. And I just hope that everyone who sees this episode will really take into consideration what you said, and just the boldness and braveness of what you've done in this hobby, and just appreciate that, because we do.
Yeah, because we ain't worried about the haters and all the people that don't want to change. We'll pass them, and you're doing the first steps that we love. We love that.
And that's just awesome. So thank you so much.
Thank you. All
right. Any last words?
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much as well for what you do. It makes me a little comfortable, like receiving so much praise. You guys have been, doing the work, for a lot longer than I have, in that regard. And I've learned from you and watching your videos. That's part of what helped me make my own decisions about what to do. So content creators like you are talking about these things. Is also just hugely important for the industry as well.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. I think I'm gonna go faint right now. I'm gonna go faint right quick. I'm gonna go faint.
Well,
okay.
That's it for this interview with Isaac Childres of Cephalofair Games.
Yes.
And Gloomhaven.
And Frosthaven.
That's
and
the price.
Jaws of the Lion. Yes.
All right, thank you for being on our show. And we're going to be right back, and we're going to wrap it all up for you.
All right.
Bye. That was great.
That was great.
That was just, I love that Isaac was so open, honest. He's kind of quiet.
Yeah, he is. That's that brilliance.
Yeah.
That's a brilliance.
But when he says something, you can tell that he means it.
Yeah, he does.
And then I appreciate that he decided to share, information about what's going on in his world, with the Frosthaven update with us.
But, the thing is that I'm glad that, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to say that, I want to do the right thing. Yeah. I want to bring in a cultural consultant to really look at stuff, to really look at, my biases and stuff. He didn't have to do that. He had, like you said, his IP is big time. It's big. And he didn't have to, say, hey, I want to do things right. I want to really look at the cultural stuff. He didn't have to do that. Yeah. But he said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what needs to be done to make this hobby more inclusive and diverse. So I'm going to do it. And
that's what we want
time.
More people to do that. We want more people who have nothing to lose to get up and say, hey, we want to include everybody.
And and then also when I asked them, I said, what can you tell publishers out there that who are just kind of not moving in that direction or moving too slow or just saying I can't do it,
or being ambivalent about it.
Yeah.
We want people to,
because we have them out there.
Yes, we do.
But what can you tell them? And he said, just come on, do it. Do it. Do it. And you guys can do it. No more excuses. You can do it. You can do it. Reach out, expand this hobby. That's what we got to do. Yeah. That's the right thing to do.
There's some risk, with making a change, but there's also reward when making that change.
Yeah.
So we hope everybody will listen to what Isaac had to say.
Yes.
And maybe, look at yourself and see, what can I do to make this hobby and this world better for all of us?
Because I want to tell you, to the publishers and designers out there, it takes a lot more than just saying, Black Lives Matter. It's a lot more than putting a tag on your social media. It's a lot more for just buying our t-shirts.
Yeah, or saying stop Asian food. We want you to do more than that.
Yeah, you got to do more than that. You got to do the work. And guess what? Mr. Isaac Childres, He doing the work.
What do they say? He put his money where his mouth is. That's
And he's
exactly
doing the work. And that's what we need to all do. Do the work.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, let's see. The last thing we want to talk about is OFPG merch.
Yes.
If you haven't got an OFPG shirt, our tumbler, our mug, or a pillow, or something that we got.
Something. Even a mask. Yeah.
Check us out on Teespring, which is now Spring.
Yeah.
And buy some merch. That helps support our channel. We got a lot of things we want to do this year.
Yeah.
Hope you'll support us.
Yeah. And we're looking forward to seeing you out there because things are kind of
That's
clearing
right.
a little bit. Kind of clearing up.
Season.
Cuddle season coming. So
Season in the fall.
you never know what's gonna happen. But we love your family. We definitely do. Can't wait to see you. And we definitely want you to communicate with us and talk to us because we love doing that. So Starla, where can they find us out there in the wilderness?
Well, if you're looking for Our Family Plays Games, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right here on YouTube,
right here,
sometimes on the Dice Tower. And if you're in Omaha, Nebraska, you can find us on Cox Channel 22, Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. and Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m.
We on TV, y'all, locally. Yay!
So that's it for this episode.
We
had a great time talking with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Guys enjoyed it. And we will see you next week.
Love you, family. Take it easy.
Bye.